Football players might not necessarily be the richest people in the world. However, between the ages of 18 and 40, one can say sportsmen are some of the richest people around. Beyond just making a lot of money early, football players make so much when they know so little about money. So what do? They spend like tomorrow will never come. This does not seem like a problem as they make a lot of money. Your favorite football players have the best of everything and the cars are not left out. From Messi's Ferrari 335 S Spider Scaglietti to CR7's Bugatti La Voiture Noire, these are some of the most expensive cars of football players. Number 10. Neymar's Lamborghini Veneno. Neymar is a lot of things, and while not everyone sees him as the glamour boy of football, he is unarguably one of the finest players of this generation. Well, the Brazilian is more than just a great footballer, he is also one of the highest paid footballers in Europe. Unlike several people all around the world that do not even make enough for them to have a decent meal, the Brazilian superstar makes more money than he will ever need, and it is easy to say he doesn't know what to spend on. Well, you think the Brazilian has no plans for his money because you have not seen his car collection. Neymar has some of the most expensive cars in France, and this is not a surprise at all. However, what is surprising is the PSG man does not think your favorite fast cars are good enough for him. So instead of spending on Bugattis, Ferraris, etc., he decided to go for something rare. So he spent close to $5 million on a supercar. This car operates like the car that it is. However, it looks more like a spaceship than a car. Neymar's Lamborghini Veneno features a V12 engine and was designed to move as fast as 221 miles an hour. If you think that is amazing, even more amazing is there are only 5 of these cars on the planet. If you are lucky, you might find out on some other planet. Number 9. Messi's Pagani Roadster. Neymar's Lamborghini Veneno is definitely one of the most expensive cars in Europe, but don't get too excited until you see Messi's car. This car is not as expensive as Neymar's, however, it is so out of place it cannot be driven on the road freely. As a super player that he is, it is very normal to see Messi dribbling super fast. The former Barca player does not only move fast, he drives really fast. So think of a supercar and Messi probably has it or used to have it. The Argentine wizard has a car collection that is worth about $50 million. Regular people might feel like there is little that can be done after owning a supercar. However, Messi does not think so, and this is one reason he is different. He just can't get enough of whatever he has. So, after beating his rival to the 2015 Ballon d'Or, the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner felt he needed to do something special to celebrate his success. There was nothing much the man could do to celebrate as he literally lives the best life. With this, he decided to spend $2 million on a car. He settled for a Pagani Roadster which features 6-speed transmissions and a V12 engine. That's not all. This car can do 208 miles per hour. As much as it was not designed to fly, it is actually as fast as a plane that is looking to beat the law of gravity. Driving a fast car might be cool, however, some cars are just so fast, driving them on the street is illegal. Messi might have spent a fortune on this car. Nonetheless, the cops did not think it was good enough to be on the road. Although funny, this supercar is quite out of place and does not belong to the streets. As much as Messi cannot really drive this car the way he wants to, at least it makes his garage look good. Number 8. CR7's Bugatti La Voiture Noire. The football world is perhaps used to Ronaldo's name being mentioned right after Messi's name. While this could be interpreted as Messi leading and Ronaldo following, this is not what the case is. Their names go together simply because they are in the same class. Ronaldo, who is one of the richest athletes of this generation, has made enough money not just to last a lifetime, but to last his family even after he is gone. You see, the man does not need a pension plan because it is almost impossible to spend all that he has unless he begins gambling without being able to secure a win. Everyone that keeps up with Ronaldo knows how expensive his taste in cars is. Well, beyond owning one of the most expensive car collections of any Portuguese, the captain of the Portuguese national team owns a Bugatti La Voiture Noire. This car would have been one of the most expensive if it was about $2 million. Well, it actually is not anything close to $2 million in price. CR7's most expensive car is $18.6 million and is one of the most expensive owned by a sportsman. Well, beyond just being one of the most expensive cars owned by a sportsman, it is one of the most expensive cars in the world. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire might be the most expensive car owned by CR7. However, it might not always be this way. He could buy a more expensive car. Number 7. Messi's Ferrari 335 Spider Scaglietti. If you think Ronaldo spent a fortune on his Bugatti La Voiture Noire, then you have no idea Messi owns a $35 million Ferrari. Messi did not walk into an auto shop to buy this car. Rather, he got it at an auction, and word on the street says he had to battle his arch-rival before being able to pay $35 million for this car. The Ferrari 335 Spider Scaglietti might look humble. Nonetheless, it's the most expensive car owned by a footballer. Number 6. Zlatan's Ferrari Monza. Zlatan Ibrahimovic played for various teams that won the Champions League. However, he does not have a Champions League trophy. Also, the Big Swede has never won the World Cup or the Ballon d'Or. Regardless of the fact that some of the biggest individual and team awards in football have slipped off his reach, the former Juventus star is still one of the best players of this generation. Additionally, he is one of the richest and has several expensive cars as proof of this. One of them is the Ferrari Monza SP2, which he got for $1.7 million. Number 5. Samuel Eto'o's Aston Martin 177. Just like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Samuel Eto'o was a big deal while his football career lasted. He won the Champions League with Barcelona and Inter Milan, and with this level of success came a lot of fortune. The former Cameroonian international made a lot of money as a player, lived in the best of houses, and drove the best of cars. He once spent $1.8 million on an Aston Martin 177. This car is definitely not the most expensive on the planet. However, at its production, only 77 pieces were produced, and Eto'o did not hesitate to pay a lot of money for one of them. Number 4. John Terry's Ferrari 275 GTB. If you think attacking players are the only ones that love fast cars or have great taste in cars, you might have to think again. This is because the former Chelsea captain and Aston Villa's assistant coach has one of the most expensive cars owned by a football player. The Chelsea legend drives a Ferrari 275 GTB. Beyond being a very expensive car, this car is also very fast. Terry was not known to be a very fast player. However, what he lacked on the pitch, he was able to make up for by purchasing a very fast car. Number 3. Son Heung-min's Ferrari LaFerrari. Son Heung-min is arguably one of the best players from South Korea and also one of the finest players to come out of Asia. He might be famous for his prowess as a professional footballer. However, not many people know of his taste in cars. Well, just like most sportsmen all around the world, he loves flashy cars. The Tottenham star owns a Ferrari LaFerrari, which he got for $3 million. This car is not his only expensive ride. However, it is his most expensive. Furthermore, by splashing $3 million on a car, Son owns the most expensive car by a football player of South Korean origin. Number 2. CR7's Bugatti Chiron. Cristiano Ronaldo's Bugatti La Voiture is his most expensive car yet. However, it really is just one of the expensive cars he has. The former Manchester United striker also owns a Bugatti Chiron, which he got for $3 million. Now, this car is really expensive when compared to what other top athletes will spend on. However, it is just one of the expensive cars the Portuguese captain owns. Unlike some other players in this video, Ronaldo will almost never be seen driving any of his expensive cars. Now, this does not mean he doesn't love moving around in fast cars. It only means he has so many expensive cars and he can only drive one at a time. So he really has to go around with these cars before anyone gets to be driven very frequently. Number 1. CR7's Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport. At number 1, we have Ronaldo's Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport. Apart from merely being one of CR7's expensive cars, his Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport is his third car in this video. Amazingly, all of CR7's in this video were produced by Bugatti, so it is easy to say the man enjoys driving Bugatti's products, or they simply make the fastest and most expensive cars, and since he loves fast and expensive cars, it seems just normal for him to own a number of cars produced by Bugatti. Cristiano's Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport is worth $2 million, which is merely a fraction of the worth of his garage. The cars that made it to this video might be the most expensive of all the cars owned by football players. However, they might not be the fastest. So, if you can afford to buy the most expensive cars on the planet, you might not necessarily have to settle for any of them. Before moving on, please hit the like and share buttons. Additionally, subscribe to this channel to avoid missing our other videos.